The Egyptians aren't the only ones that use pyramids. In fact, I'm going to be using this pyramid today to explain the exact WOD nutrition that you need in order of priorities. As a pyramid and how it works, the base is going to be the most important. As we get to the top, less important, but nonetheless, we still need to be focused on this specific tool and tactic in order to lose fat and build muscle so we can look like we do 4 to 5 macrons every single week. Now, before we get started, 50% of you that watch the videos don't subscribe, and so you don't get notified when I put out new videos like this. This is actually going to be a 2-part series video, one going over the priorities, and next I'm going to go over the food pyramid for crushing your macrons and performing better. So I'm going to go over that on the next video. So you can get notified, click the subscribe button below, and we really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Now let's get into what this pyramid is and how important it is. So this is the WOD nutrition pyramid, official. Anybody else who coaches in the space, doesn't matter, this is going to be the official pyramid. Now the first most important thing, calories. If you don't know your calories, you're absolutely screwed, because your calories dictate your actual weight. Now there's a lot of ways that weight can be manipulated. The weight you gain could be from fat, it could be from muscle. The weight you lose can be from fat or from muscle, but calories dictate over the long term how much you weigh. So the bottom of the pyramid is going to be calories. You have to understand your calories if you're planning to reach any of your goals when it comes to losing more of this guy. This is 5 pounds of fat right here. If you're going to lose more of this and you're actually going to plan to build more of this guy, which is very, very, very important, especially as we get older, then you're going to have to know your calories. Understanding your calories can be very easy, but I'm going to give you guys a quick formula that actually is going to make a lot of sense. What I recommend for people that want to lose fat and build muscle at the same time is you multiply your body weight by 14. So by 14 is going to be your formula. This is going to be the starting point. Some of you that train like beasts and go to the games and all this other stuff are going to have to multiply by a higher number, but this is going to be a good baseline of calories. Next is macronutrients. So what are macronutrients? There are 3: protein, carbs, and fat. These 3 macronutrients make up the total amount of calories that we consume on a given day. And so therefore, the type of macros and the distribution of your macros is going to dictate body composition. So here I'm going to put protein, I'm going to put carbs, and I'm going to put fat. These are the 3 numbers that you absolutely must know, and it's the second most important thing for your WOD nutrition, whether you're trying to perform better, lose fat, or build muscle. So protein, this is the most important macro for everything. I mean, for performance, for your body composition, in terms of building more muscle, retaining the muscle you have. It's literally what our muscles are made up of. Very, very important. My recommendation for most people on the protein side is multiplying your body weight by 0.8 to 1, and that be your range. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you multiply by 0.8, that's 80 grams. You multiply by 1, that's 100 grams. Therefore, you should have between 80 and 100 grams every single day. For carbs, I recommend multiplying your body weight by 1.5. So if you weigh 100 pounds times 1.5, 150 grams of carbs every day. This is what you need to sustain. And then for fat, multiply your body weight in pounds by 0.5. So if you weigh 100 pounds, 50 grams of fat is approximately what you need. Here at CBG, we actually help people understand their macros through portion sizes. You never have to track macros, play Tetris in MyFitnessPal, and all that other nonsense. So that's number 2. Number 3 is nutrient timing. Nutrient timing. So timing is basically when we eat these different macronutrients. And when we eat these macronutrients is pretty important, because as you guys know, we burn calories from our workouts. And so if you want to fuel properly going into your workout and you want to recover faster coming out of your workout, you need to be focused on nutrient timing. So what I typically recommend as a general rule of thumb, protein can be distributed across the day. If you're one of those people that really struggle with protein, I would front load and try to have 40 to 60 grams for breakfast. That way you don't fall behind. But protein timing doesn't really matter too much. I usually do like for people to incorporate a protein shake post-workout. If you missed my last video on nutrient timing, I have an analysis of how to do it. You can watch that video here, but that's what I do for protein. For carbs, you want to have 70% around your workout time. Super important. And then fat, slow digesting, you don't want to have around your workout. You're actually going to eat fat away from the workout window. Creatine timing also doesn't matter. Just have 5 grams every single day. No worries there. And that's why nutrient timing is the 3rd most important thing on the official WOD nutrition pyramid. Number 4 is going to be food composition, FC, food composition. So what is food composition? Food composition is whether you get your carbohydrates from a banana or you get your carbohydrates from Skittles. That's food composition. So you can get to the same number of calories, same number of macros by eating Skittles as you are eating banana. And so food composition is important because, as you know, 100 calories of a banana is a lot larger food volume than 100 calories of Skittles. So food composition becomes really, really important. And it can also dictate body composition in a variety of ways. However, nutrient timing, macronutrients, and calories are gonna be a lot more important than focusing on where your specific foods are coming from, whether it's organic or not, whether you go banana or you go apple. It doesn't really make that big of a difference, but nonetheless is still important, especially if you're someone that needs nutrient-dense foods that are gonna aid in your fat loss journey. And finally, the top of the pyramid is supplements, right here, supplements. Supplements are the least important. Now, this is what a lot of us do. We actually focus on supplements first. Down here, you know, the people signing up for Ozempic, talking about peptides, steroids, or scared to take creatine, whatever. All this fancy stuff out there, when in fact, supplements are the last thing you should be focused on. As a baseline, guys, I'll do a whole nother video on supplements, but this is what I'm gonna tell you. There's 2 supplements you absolutely need. Protein powder, and that's because it's very hard to hit our protein goal without it. And second is creatine, the most important performance supplement on the market. And it's gonna advantage you a lot more than anything else. That way you have the time to focus on the calories, macros, nutrient timing, and food composition. And there you have it, guys. This is your official WOD nutrition pyramid. I hope this video helps. If you're following everything on this pyramid, you're crushing it. You're like, I'm hitting my calories, macros, and you're still not getting results. There can only be 2 reasons why. Number 1, you're not as consistent as you think. You're slipping up weekends, you're making mistakes here and there, and it's dropping your total adherence percentage down. And number 2, you don't have the accountability necessary to make it happen. And accountability is a really great metric. It's what we have at our box. And so maybe you need a little bit of that on the nutrition side. So if that sounds like you, there is a link in the description below. If you're really ready to take that next step and be committed to getting the results that you know you deserve, so you can look like you actually do 4 to 5 Metcons per week, click the link below. You can book a call with our team and we can see if we're a good fit to work together. All right, team, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.